Hey everybody, we're going to try this again. I don't know what was going on the last time, but I couldn't be heard, so we're going to try it again and see what happens. We're going to try this again. All right, so here we go. Hey everybody, this is Lady J. But I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was something I did because it could have been me. But anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about how to be successful in building your brand because a lot of people ask me, Lady J, how are you here, there, and everywhere? So we're going to talk about it. I'm only going to be a few minutes, and this is something that I want to do to really help people to be successful because we all have these dreams, and to us in our mind it sounds really great, and then when we start mentioning the dream to other people, people laugh at you, they say all kinds of stuff. I've been there, done that. And just to tell you very quickly, when I first decided that I wanted to start my radio station, the laughter that I got was unbelievable. People laugh. People like, oh, you sing. You've been in the health field for 25 years. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. So as we go on, as time goes on, I'm going to talk to you about the investment that I made in myself, because a lot of this comes down to how willing are you to make the investment, to do the hard work, to really do the things that you need to do to build your brand and to move forward. So I'm going to talk about a few things tonight. Facebook is really acting funky today. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, we're gonna continue to move forward. So I'm going to actually be coming on, sharing some tips and some information with you. Hopefully, it will help you. Hopefully, it will inspire you to go ahead, despite what people say. Hopefully, it will inspire you to move on. So let's talk about it. We're only going to take a few minutes. I'm going to do this for about 30 minutes, maybe twice a week, to try to help some people, because I want you to know what it feels like to have a dream. You know how you have these thoughts and visions and all this stuff going on in your head. And I want you to know how it feels like to actually be doing your dream. Y'all, it's crazy. Like I'm doing I'm things that I dreamed about, people that I dreamed about talking to, interviewing, and all of that. Like literally, I'm doing it, and y'all probably see the post. So it's fun. So the first thing I want to say to you, and take notes, so you can record this, so you can go back and play it. But the first thing I want to say to you is be okay with your plans. Be okay with your plans, your thoughts, your dreams. Be okay with yourself. Be okay with all of the things that you aspire to do, because the more you become okay with it and accepting of what it is that you have going on that you like to do, the more it will just be something that, when people ask you, what are you doing or what is it that you like to do, it'll just roll off your tongue. It'll be easy for them to say, you know what, I want to be the next great builder, architect, musician, I don't know, whatever it is you want to do. People would always ask me, so what is your dream in going into media? My dream was to saturate where I live at and all over the place with my name and with my business, knowing that I do Black media and I focus on positivity and building up. And that's exactly what's happened. And so, as I said, your plan as you move forward, your plan is going to sound outrageous to people. And the reason it sounds outrageous is because it's something that they have never heard of before. And so when people are not, who's that? Hey, John. When people are not, how can I put this? I'll put it this way. Everybody doesn't have the vision. There are visionaries out here. There are people who know deep down within that they got something. They know they got it. They just need somebody to help them to you kind of bring it up and pull it out of them. But there are a lot of people who can't see out of the lens that you see, the lens that you're looking through. You can see into the future. You can see yourself being on the world stage. Well, everybody can't see that. And you have to be okay with everybody not being able to see that. And you have to be okay with people not going along with your plan and thinking that it's crazy. Because here's the thing, they can think it's crazy all they want, but why does that stop you from continuing to go forward? Like I told you, people laughed at me. And I said, hey, Tanika, how you doing? And so number two, that was number one. Be okay with your thoughts, Be okay with your plans. Be okay with your dreams. Be okay with people laughing at you. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. In the end, I promise you, you will get the last laugh. Number two, don't depend on people around you to support you. Now, this is really important. And tonight, I'm just going to be taking about a half hour. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free. I'm just going to be taking a half hour to give you some basics. Okay. Don't depend on people around you to support you, because a lot of times when we have these dreams and these things that we want to do, we immediately go and share it with the people around us. And we expect these people to be like, yes, yes, I got your back. I'm going to put some money into it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. My son, for example, he wanted to, my son is an artist. And so he wanted to start his own t-shirt business. And he started telling people, and people were laughing at him. People were like, you're not going to do anything. So here's what I did. Not because he's my son, but because I believe in people's dreams. I said, you know what? I'm going to invest $1,000 into your business to get you started, to jumpstart you. You have to do the rest. Before he did that, before I invested the money, I said, you have to give me your plan. What is your plan? What is your vision in doing the t-shirts? Where do you want to go with it? So you have to give me an outline and draft up everything so I can read it. So after I looked over it, I'm like, okay, you got something there. He went on to do his t-shirts, and he now has a t-shirt, hat, all kind of stuff. Shout out to OTM, One Track Mind. And that's how things happen. And people were buying his stuff. Rick Ross has bought his stuff. A lot of the rappers have bought his stuff. And he just started it last year. But that's what I'm saying about you having a dream and a vision. Don't let anybody stop you. And so that's number two. Don't expect people around you to help you, because they're not going to. They're not. And it's okay. It's all good. They'll come back when you're thriving and you're doing well. And don't act funny when they come back, but help them to understand that, I'll be with you in a minute. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm coming right back, but I need to handle what I'm doing. Number three, remember that everybody can't go where you're going. Okay? So you may need to cut some ties with some people. Now, we all have people that we love. We have people that we like to be around. We have people that we want to help. We have people that we've said, and I've been guilty of this, when I make it, you're going to make it. Now, you might want to pull back on those words a little bit, because everybody is not ready to go where you're going. Because once you really dig yourself into this and you start soaring, there are going to be a lot of people whose wings are not ready to fly. You're going to be flying higher and higher, and you're going to be looking back like, come on, what y'all doing? Come on. And it's not their fault. It's just that it's not their time in life. It's not their time to grow. It's not their time to soar. And you got to be okay with saying, I love you. You my dog. You my girl. But guess what? I got to keep it moving, because if you fly back. Can you fly back? No, you can't fly backwards. You can only fly forwards. That's why I like butterflies and birds and stuff. You can only fly forward and just keep soaring. And eagles, I love eagles. If you stop flapping your wings to, who's that? Charlene Wallace. How you doing? If you stop flapping your wings to turn around and have a conversation with these people that you've explained your plan to, and you told them what you want to do, now things are happening, your phone is ringing, people want to talk to you, but you have to keep turning around to help these people, I promise you, you're going to continue to stand in the same place. Now, me personally, I have no problem with saying I love you, but I'm moving forward. And if you're not ready to move forward as I'm moving, I have no problem letting you go. We can meet at some other time, but I cannot ever move backwards, okay? I have an email. One of my emails is illneverlookback@gmail.com. And that says it all. When people ask me, what's your email? Certain people, I'll say, it's I'll never look back. And they, no, that's my email. I'll never look back, to letting you know that if you're coming on this journey, understand that I'm never looking back, okay? So remember that. Remember, everybody cannot go where you're going. So don't feel bad. And I to be honest with you, it does hurt, because there are some people that I really, when I really started doing some of the things that I'm doing now, I was on the phone like, hey, listen, I got you. Come on, I got a radio station. We can do this. I'm going to meet this person. I want you to come. And it just didn't work out. And I realized that person wasn't ready. It's okay, but everybody's not ready to go on the journey that God is taking you on. Now, number 4, that was number 3. Get around like-minded people. Okay? You can only grow by being around like-minded people. What do I mean by that? You want to be around people who are visionaries. You want to be around people who are not limited in their thinking. I am a free spirit. I'm very much a free spirit. If you share something with me, I can see it. I can envision it. As we talk, I can share some stuff with you on how you can make that thing just fly off the charts. And I've done it. And I know I'm good at it. And so never be afraid to think outside of the box. Never be afraid to be around people who think outside of the box. Never be afraid when you get with these people and they say, wow, I see what you're saying. Oh my goodness. And guess what? And you could do X, Y, and Z, and you could do this. Never be afraid to embrace what they're saying, because visionaries can see a whole lot, and they can see some things that other people may not see, but they can bring your attention to it. And if you're open-minded, if you're a visionary, if you're a person that's not afraid to be out of the box, you're going to get it. You are going to get what they're talking about. Be around people who push you. Be around people who challenge you. Be around people who are not always telling you what you want to hear. And don't get mad when they tell you like that's not how it's supposed to go. And let me tell you this. Let me be really, really clear. Us people that are visionary, is that a word? Us people. Us people. I just finished school. I should know. We people, well, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't have time to do a lot of talking and hemming and hawing. So people like me who are visionaries, who think out of the box, who are like social butterflies and, free spirits, we hang around those kind of people. We have, conversations where we're constantly brainstorming. I was with a friend of mine last night, and I did not realize it was after 1:00 in the morning, and we were brainstorming, like standing outside. We're getting out the car and we're steady brainstorming. That's what visionaries do. Those are the kind of people that you want to be around, that make you so excited, like you can't sleep, which I hardly ever get any sleep. And so that was number 4. Number 5, and this is the one that I'm going to leave you with until we talk again. Number 5. What is it that you're doing that would make me watch you, buy your stuff, want to be around you, support you, subscribe to your channel, be a sponsor in what you're doing? What is it that you're doing? Because see, a lot of people piggyback off of other people. I went to an event. I had to cover an event a few months ago. I love t-shirts, and I support Black businesses. So everywhere I go, I always purchase something from each vendor that's there. So I went to this one guy, and I was like, wow, his t-shirts are amazing. I spent about maybe $40 or something like that, because they were only like $10 a piece. And when I got in the car, my son said, Mom, all he did was he actually copied somebody's stuff off of, I think it was Pinterest. He copied it and put it on a t-shirt. He copied somebody else's work. And so I'm like, no, he didn't. No, he couldn't have done that. He couldn't have done that. So we go on the site. Lo and behold, every shirt that I had bought, this person had really copied somebody else's stuff and put it on, just went and bought t-shirts, really cheap t-shirts. That's when I became knowledgeable about the quality of t-shirts, when people are making t-shirts and selling them. When my son got into it, and his stuff is like quality t-shirts, you can wash them forever. And that's when I learned, about that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now that was a total turnoff for me. So if I ever see this person at another event, I will never buy another t-shirt from him again. You can't do that. That's not your work. That's not your brand. That's you standing still and trying to get money the quick way. You can't do that. So my question to you, number 5, is what is it that you're doing that's so different from everybody else? What else did I have on my note? What is it that's so different? What makes you stand out from the crowd? What makes people, if somebody over here is selling t-shirts and somebody here is selling t-shirts, that I'm going to come to your table? Somebody over here has body butter. Other lady over here has body butter. What's going to make me go to her table? What is it that you have that will really make people want to be a part of what you're doing? Um, and how are you going to make me want it? How are you going to make me want to be a part of what you're doing? That's the question that I'm going to leave with you. That's your homework. That's what I need you to work on until we come back and meet again. What is it that you're doing that's going to make me want to be around you? I'm telling you all of this, everybody, because nobody told me. And so I always said, when I get to the point where I'm able to do things, I'm gonna be that person to share. So, like I said, quick story. I was I was I had decided I wanted to have my own radio station, right? And I was telling people, and they're like, "That's really hard, blah blah blah. You're not gonna be able to do that." And nobody would help me. I was going to people who actually, hey Tanika, love you too. I was actually going to people who had stations who I thought were thriving. I'm like, wow, they're doing really well. I know they'll help me. But see, sometimes people don't want to help you because fear. They're afraid that you might climb higher than them. Hey, Keith, they're afraid that you might climb higher than them. So they don't want to help you. So here's what I did. Because I'm the kind of person, like I said, I'm a visionary. I think outside of the box. And I know that there's certain things that I can do, and I'm going to be successful in doing it because that's my DNA. That's just who I am. And so nobody would help me to set up this radio station. So I was like, you know what? It's got to be on YouTube. I went on YouTube for about 2 to 3 weeks. I researched everything that I could research on how to start a digital internet station because that's the way of the future. Nobody's turning the dial anymore. So I had come from other stations where I was the host, the talk, had my own show, but I'm like, I want my own station. I want to be able to empower other people. For about 2 to 3 weeks, I sat there. And then I went to my son and I said, I really want to start this station. So we sat down, the two of us got it together. That was 2019. By the end of 2019, our numbers were so high just from 1 year of starting a station. Now, in between all of this, I just started all of this in 2019. 2019. Someone discovered me because they said, you have a great voice and you look like you should be on the radio. So I'm like, okay. I had no knowledge of the radio. Why am I telling you all of this? Because some of you are stuck and you're comfortable where you are. And I'm telling you, it's time to move out because what you think you can't do is where you're supposed to be. Everybody got that? So 2019, I'm at the Stellar Awards. I'm walking around. I'm doing a Facebook Live. And, I'm like, just talking to people and not really knowing what, I'm just doing something for fun. Only to bump into somebody who was a manager at another station. And the guy said to me, so what station do you work for? You're really good. I said, I'm just doing Facebook Live. Oh, he says to me, oh, I need to take you over to the owner of the station where I work at. She's in Phoenix. Her station is in Phoenix. I said, oh, I'm in Baltimore. No, he said, no problem. It's digital. This woman took me under her wings. And here's what she said. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do because you're good and you're going to go somewhere. Now, you're talking to somebody who worked in the medical field for 25 years, taught for 20 years. So the radio thing was nowhere on my radar. Ask me about the medical stuff. We can have a conversation all day. But this woman took me under her wings. She also told me, to be on the station, it's $350 a month. Now, at the time, I really was not working because I had had a couple strokes. But I said, if I can take nickels, dimes, pennies, and quarters and save it to the point where I can pay her and I can really get this done, I might be somebody. She said to me, so what's your name going to be? You got to have a radio name. You got to have something that's catchy. And I sat there and thought about it. My last name is Jenkins. My dad is a pastor. My mother's the first lady. My girlfriend, she always calls me Lady CJ. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be Lady J. That took off like wildfire. You got to really think about who and what you are, and the person that the persona that you want to create. And we started talking about, okay, so what is it that you're interested in? Well, I like working with women. I like working with at-risk women. Okay, so we're going to build around that. And this thing just started to build and build and build and build and build and get bigger until I realized one day, by the end of that year, that was 2019, when that was discovered, March 2019, I realized by the end of the year, I'm good at this. Like, I'm really good at this. My ratings are good on the station. I'm good at this. Went into partnership with somebody. And when I went into partnership, I was like, you know what? I need to have my own. So I worked on asking people, like I said, and they didn't help me. So I went on YouTube and I said, by 2021, I want to start my own station. 2021 of January 4th, as a matter of fact, station started. My station started. And my son and I built the station. And I'm telling you this because there were people who would not help me. There were people who could have helped me. There were people who did not pick up their phone. And y'all probably watching me right now. You didn't pick up your phone because you probably thought I was going to go past you and you did not want to help me. But it's okay. It's all good. You know, I still got love for you. It's all good. But the thing that happened for me, what it showed me is that even though I had worked in the medical field for 25 years in management, you know, I've always had a voice, but I was using my voice in another way. And now this big, huge door opened up where now I have become a voice. And I'm not afraid to use my voice. I'm not afraid to say what I have to say, you know, maybe. And I think that's what maybe. See, you gotta find out what sets you apart from the other people. I've never been afraid to say what I want to say. And I'm not afraid to say it on my radio station or wherever. And so the thing that happened to everybody is once people see that you are so confident in what you are doing, people gravitate to you. People want to know, who's Lady J? Like, who is she? What is she all about? I want to meet this person. I get that all the time. And that's why I asked you the question, what is it that's going to make you stand out? What is it that's going to make you be that person where they say, oh my goodness, there he is, there she is. I went last night, I stood, and this whole thing turned into people saying, hey, do you interview politicians? And you know what I said? I'm going to be very honest with y'all. Y'all listen to this. I'm going to be very honest. I was walking through Columbia Mall, right? And before that, a couple nights before that, I was like really angry because I live in Baltimore. And my son was in college at the time. And I was just like, man, I'm so sick of this city. People, these boys are dying. So I was stretched out across my bed and I was like this. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and do a live because I'm pissed off right now. So I'm doing a live and I'm like talking. I'm like, you know, like what is up, Baltimore? Like, what's up with y'all? Like, I'm just tired of the killing. And I went on and I kept saying, you know, like what's up, Baltimore? What's up? So 2 days later, true story. 2 days later, right? I'm walking in the mall. I'm walking in Columbia Mall with my son, and I get this phone call. They called me through the messenger. And it was a politician. Hey, Lady J, I'm not going to say his name. I was calling because I wanted to know if I could be on your show. And I'm like, what show is he talking about? So I said, but you know, Lady J, I'm going to keep it professional. So I said, oh, well, what show is that you were watching? He said, your What Up Baltimore show. So I'm like, what is he talking? And then it dawned on me, he was watching my live, right? He was watching my live, and I kept saying, "What up, Baltimore? What y'all doing?" Like, so he said, "Yeah, I want to be on your What Up Baltimore show. Can we set something up?" Now, I did walked over. Mind you, I'm in Columbia Mall. Walked over and took a seat, and I sat down, and I pulled out my phone, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, we can set something up. Let me get everything straight. Hung up with him. Boom, 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 boom. Called my friend because she works at she was a leasing agent at this real nice apartment condo in Baltimore. Called him like, hey, listen, I need to use your place real quick. Cause and I told her what happened, right? She's like, yeah, come on down. So we went down there. We did the interview. That night, we had over 10,000 viewers. Okay, now see that was when Facebook wasn't blocking views. Now Facebook is blocking views now, so it was nothing for me to sit in front of the camera, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views. Now you look at your stuff, you got 50 views, 40 views. They're doing it to everybody, and to me it doesn't matter because your character and everything stands out. So it really don't matter to me, as y'all can see. I just keep talking. So anyway, I ended up interviewing these guys. And because the interview, it was two of them, because the interview went so well with those politicians, that was in December of 2019, my phone started ringing off the hook. Well, I couldn't use this lady's place all the time. So then I'm like, oh my goodness, now what do? I don't have enough money to get a office. So I converted my other bedroom because my son was at school. I took his bedroom, converted it into a studio. True story. Ordered stuff off of Amazon. As politicians are calling, I'm very, very honest with them. Listen, I don't have a studio right now, but if you don't mind, I have a studio in my home. You can bring your security. You can feel free to come over, and we'll take care of you. I had somebody to open the door for them, and do you know, guys, politicians have been in my home. It's so many politicians that y'all see on TV. They've been in my home. And it was crazy because sometimes my neighbor, I know my neighbor was probably wondering, like, why is security standing at her door, police officers at the door, because, they were here. But true story. And because they saw what they would always, when we ended, we would always have a great conversation. Sometimes they would sit here and talk, I give them something to drink, some fruit or whatever. And we formed a friendship and a bond that I still have with a lot of these people. So they call me, they text me when they have events. And it's so amazing because out of honesty, they understood that this woman has such a love for her community that she's willing to open her home and let us come in. And that's how I got into that whole political arena. And so when you guys see me all over the place, here, there, everywhere. Last night I was in Arlington, Virginia with Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. Like, when you see me at these places, it's because it was a journey. And in everything that you do in life, you got to be honest. You got to be real. Like I was telling you about the guy with the t-shirts. Don't do that stuff. You have to be real about who you are. You have to believe in yourself and believe in what you are trying to accomplish, and get to the point where you believe in it so much that nobody can tell you that it can't be done. There's nothing right now that anyone can tell me that I can't do. So I'm going to leave it right there. And your homework, as I said, your homework for tonight, let me read it again, is why would I want to watch you, support you, be around you? What is it that you're doing that's making you stand out and making me want to say, hey, you know what? I need you over here, or where you going to be? I want to follow you. What is it that you're doing? And a lot of people get caught up in how many likes you have on your page and how many followers you have. Y'all can go on my Instagram. I don't have a lot of likes or followers because I don't do Instagram like that. I believe in face-to-face, like I did with Lieutenant Winsome Sears last night. Told her who I was. I'm from Baltimore, Black media, butterfly. I like the face-to-face because at the end of the day, I don't care how long this earth lasts. Your character will always precede you. Always. So as many followers, you can have millions of followers, and people will say, don't mess with him or don't mess with her. Or you can have a little bit of followers like me, and people are like, call LadyJ. You need a story? Call LadyJ. You need something to happen? Call LadyJ. And that's what people do. And I do have people every now and then who say, well, you only have 700 and something Instagram followers. I say, okay, thank you very much. Because if you're worried about how many followers I have, we don't need to talk anyway. Not a problem for me. You called me. Have a great day. And so you have to be so confident and you have to exude confidence. That's it. That's all I have to say for today. Let me see. Hey, Miss Gloria, how you doing? And then let me see. Hey James, how are you? Let's see. Oh, hey Haki, thank you. Say you are a voice. Um, Amazing time, big things, yes. When what to go? Want to go to something? April, be in Columbia. I'll send. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. And networking is very important. We're gonna talk about networking the next time. Hey, Haki, send it to me. You have my number, my information. Send it to me. So anyway, everybody be blessed. And this is what I always say. Y'all know I gotta leave a little spiritual tip on you. The race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but to the one that endureth until the end. So listen at this. Stay in the race. It doesn't matter, if you're running super fast, because sometimes if you run too fast, you're going to miss out. Stay steady, okay? Stay steady. Stay steady. Because when I tell you, honesty, just being the positive person that is positive as you can be, being that person that's willing to be a voice and be out helping other people. Now, let me tell y'all this. Let me say this too, because for the next few weeks, I'm going to be giving you all some free advice. Okay, but if you look down at the bottom of this screen, it says if you would like to talk to me, you can do that. But here's the thing: I'm gonna challenge you on, because one of the ways that you grow is that you have to give. Okay, you cannot grow and not give, whether it's financially, whether it's your time, your talents. You have to give something. Now, what is James saying? Lady J, the girl wants you to bake her a lemon cake. How does she know I know how to bake? What girl want me? Call me. You have my number too, James. Um, that's funny. James is funny. Sometimes I don't know if James is like being funny or if he just, is telling me. But she wants me to bake her a lemon cake. How does she know that I bake? Well, I do bake. I love to cook. But anyway, so you must learn how to give. Remember this going forward. You can't always be the one on the receiving end that's always taking. You have to learn how to be a giver. When you give, people will bless you. It will be incredible. Let me tell you, just go on my Facebook page and my social media pages. People have blessed me and have sent me places, paid for me to do stuff. Be here, be there. It's an amazing journey when you do things the right way. My Cash App is $ Lady J FLAVA. Lady J Flavor. I'm gonna challenge you, because if you enjoyed what you heard today, you need to send me a Cash App, because this is a consultation. People don't do this for free, but because I love what I'm doing and nobody helped me, I'm going to help you. But I'm gonna challenge you, because I'm telling you the only way that you grow is you give. And that's why you all see me doing so much stuff, not so I can get, but I know that that's a part of the process. People are always watching. James, she said you look like a good. Stop, James, okay? James, just stop. I'm telling y'all, James is funny. But anyway, tell her I do bake cakes. Actually, I do bake and I do cook. I love to cook. That's what helps me to think. I like to cook, and I cook a lot of food and I give it away. So anyway, you guys, I'll see you next time. It may be sometime next week, because this week is pretty much over. But at least twice a week, I'm going to be coming on talking to you about how to be successful in building your brand. My name is Dr. Lady J. My name is Chaplain Lady J. My name is Charlene Jenkins, and my name is the Social Butterfly. Got all kinds of names, but love who you are. Love the skin that you're in, whether you're male or female. Happy Women's History Month to all of my sisters out there. I don't care what color you are, shade, size, whatever shade, size, or color. I gotta slow down. Happy Women's History Month, because we rock and we glow. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great week. Don't forget to do your homework. Let me just tell you this real quick. Number one, be okay with who you are. Be okay with what you're thinking, your plans. Be okay with all of that. If it sounds outrageous to you, To other people, it's okay. Let them think what they want, but continue to be on your journey. Number two, don't depend on people around you to support you. The Cash App, $, Lady J, FLAVA, $, Lady J Flavor. Number two, don't depend on people around you to support you. Number three, remember that everybody can't go where you're going. Okay, you're going to have to take some journeys by yourself. But we'll talk about that next time, because when you start taking journeys by yourself, y'all shine. Ask me, I know. Number four, get around people who are like-minded. You want to be around like-minded people, people who encourage you, people who lift you up, people who are willing to take you and push you on to the next level. Number five, your homework is, why would I want to invest in you? Why would I want to be a part of what you are doing? What makes you so great that Lady J would want to come over there and support you and do what you're doing and come and visit you and follow you and purchase your stuff? All right, that's your homework, everybody. And listen, like I said, in order for you to grow, you have to give. All right, ain't nobody can give you this information for free but Lady J. But I'm telling you, my Cash App, get down, Coco. Well, come on, my Coco wants to come up. But anyway, this is my little Coco, a gift from my son about 4 years ago. But anyway, my Cash App is $, no big, now $, Lady J, FLAVA. I'm going to continue to give this information, and I'm going to tell y'all something too. I'm going to just tell you straight up. I'm going to be watching who's making an investment in themselves and who's calling me to do stuff, and I don't see no dollars. Okay? All right, now y'all have a good evening. We have a great show just getting ready to come up in a few minutes. It's called Spitfire Poetry Shutdown with Mr. John Hansborough, and he has a lot of great people coming on. So y'all take care. See y'all. Bye, everybody. Oops, that was my fault. Bye.